Hey, Cancer, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your March 2024 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. Cancer, today we'll be diving into health, wealth, and abundance. So please take a medical professional's advice if need be. Check out the disclaimer in the description box below. Let's dive into health. Now, some of you are working on your flexibility, possibly within the joints, okay? This could even be maybe doing some yoga, some stretching. For those of you who've been suffering from even a little bit of anxiety, I do see that you're moving in the right direction by taking note of what your feelings are, what's going on here. Because I see here you've been questioning, what can I do when it comes to my health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Now, your first card out here is, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? So when it does come to health, on all levels, are you around people who are good influences, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually? What are you listening to, Cancer? What are you reading? What are you partaking in? What type of activities with your friends, with your family? The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? And do they help you step into your greatest potential? I'm also getting, when it comes to health, some of you have felt a little bit stuck or trapped even because you may not have seen answers, or perhaps some of you even have some struggles that you're working with a professional on. Maybe you're seeing a therapist. You could be seeing a counselor, a guide, a mentor. I'm also getting here, some of you may have had to go through rehab. Okay, rehab of maybe the muscles. Okay, this could be rehab due to addictions. Okay, or you watch someone else go through some sort of mental struggle. All right, make a desire list, Cancer, of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself, and clarify, is there anyone in your life who no longer serves you? Can you love them from a distance? I'm just getting here, when it comes to your energy, you may be around someone who you feel trapped. Maybe you feel like you have no choice but to be around them. This could be a parent that you live with, or it could be a spouse even, and for whatever reason you may feel trapped or confined to a situation. This could be a job as well, and you may be trying to avoid drama or avoid toxicity here. Now, you do have the Emperor showing up, and this is so interesting because March is the month where we move into Aries season, and the Emperor is Aries energy. And I would say 3 out of the 4 signs done so far have received the Emperor in the health category. So when this shows up, this could even be an old sports injury. Maybe that's why you had taken some classes, or you'd seen a rehab specialist, someone who could help you stretch, flexible. I'm getting yoga again for some of you with the flexibility. This could help you move the muscles or get the blood flowing, get the blood pumping here. With the Emperor, this could also be an old war injury. It could be maybe even injuries inflicted by anger. So domestic violence for some of you. I hope not. But because we have the 9 of Swords, I do feel like there was some sort of abuse. It doesn't just have to be domestic in the physical sense. It could be some sort of entrapment, some sort of anxiety here for you, Cancer. I'm also getting isolation. Some of you may have isolated yourself from maybe even the rest of the world because you did feel trapped or confined in something regarding health. Okay, maybe I'm also getting, since maybe COVID, or since you went through a health concern or a health issue, maybe depression or anxiety disorder, something of that nature. I also see some of you Cancerians looking into attachment styles. Okay, I think there's ancient attachment or ancient. Well, maybe it is ancient, right? Anxious attachment style. There could be avoidant. I forget what the other ones are, but you may be looking into those different styles because that could help you heal. I'm also seeing here with this Emperor, this could be problems with the head, the crown chakra, the face, the blood, the muscles. If this is a time for you to start a new beginning, which I see it is here, you could be starting an exercise regime that, again, is going to get your muscles going and your blood pumping. So you have flexibility. That's going to really be beneficial for your health in the month of March. What are you trying to control, right? Maybe it's time to let love move through you today and trust the outcome will be for your highest good. Now, remind yourself, Cancer, all day long that you are safe, that life is happening for you, and that you're not alone. So I am getting here an energy here of possibly safety. This could be stability for some of you. I do feel this energy of wanting to change the conditions that you feel a little bit stuck or maybe pent up in. This could even be anxiety, and it can be heart center as well. And you have, am I on the right path? And a lot of you have been questioning this path regarding health for quite some time. You're wondering, what else can I do to feel better about my situation? What else can I do to maybe open up the heart center a little bit more? And it could be forgiveness, bitterness, anger, resentment. Some of you were in a narcissistic relationship with this Emperor as well. Some of you were in maybe a situation where there was domestic violence, maybe even father or mother here. So it says sometimes we second guess what we're doing. We lose trust in the process and question if we're even on the right path at all. Now, when I see the 8 and 9 of Swords, when it comes to health, there's been some struggles for you. Could be mentally, okay, because Swords is the energy of the mental realm. It could be feeling vulnerable. You see there on the 9 of Swords that all eyes are on her. So there could have been a situation where you felt vulnerable because the 8 of Swords is Gemini energy, giving a tendency to maybe, again, blood. This can be getting the blood pumping. Blood also represents family. So if there's anything in the blood, I'm getting here. Now this is interesting. Again, I am not a doctor whatsoever. But I'm getting a sluggish energy in the blood or a toxic energy in the blood. Maybe it has to do with diabetes. Maybe some of you are bleeding in areas where you shouldn't be bleeding, right? There could have been, I'm just getting a heavy sluggish energy in the blood. So maybe, is there such thing as like toxic blood? Some of you maybe have had to get a blood transfusion, or maybe I'm also seeing an IV drip for some of you. Now, of course, this is pretty dire, pretty extreme. So don't go down the rabbit hole if this is not you, if it's not resonating, that's okay. But the 8 of Swords here with the 9 of Swords, this can be about insecurities and social angst. And I was picking up on that here as well. Something about social confinement or maybe staying out of the public eye. And maybe that's been a struggle for you health-wise to meet new people, meet new love, meet new friendships. And Spirit is saying here, yes, there's fear. Yes, there's vulnerability. Yes, you may have to come out of your comfort zone and you may have to be vulnerable. But Spirit is asking for you to be flexible because your health determines, you know, your quality of your life. And for some of you, I feel like you know this, but you may be second guessing your own intuition because of fears, false evidence appearing real. I see that there is an illusion here that you're trying to really shatter, or you're trying to work through these insecurities. 9 of Swords also is about pneumonia, bronchitis. It can be about coughs, right? We're talking about the chest area, lungs. This can also be fractures, maybe even hands and arms. Okay, some of you, you've really been inflicted to some cruel behavior by others. I have to say that with the 9 of Swords. This can definitely indicate some strong emotional problems that you have gone through. And I feel like either by the Emperor here, someone of authority, it could be by a father or by a significant other. or just someone who was, again, a boss, and you felt that this person was very inflexible, okay? This person may even suffer from neck injuries, or maybe you, because of such rigidity here, you may have suffered from something regarding your health. But in order to get back on track here, I do see 8 of Swords, working on getting out of your comfort zone, working on being vulnerable, even though vulnerability, sometimes people have a limiting belief that vulnerability is a weakness, but in fact, Cancer, vulnerability is one of our greatest strengths. You know, being able to be seen for all of you. Some of you, it's around your self-worth because you've been so heavily wounded is what I'm getting here. But you have this ability to really step into your power and not feel like other people are pulling the strings. You can look at it from 2 perspectives here. You can look at it like something with the ego as well. Some of you, your ego had been bruised or wounded, or someone around you had a very high ego that kept you trapped here, or it felt like their ego kind of wounded you. They may have said things that were very harsh, very cruel. This is a specific message coming in. Someone that you knew maybe growing up was possibly cruel to animals as well. Okay, I don't like that. But you are protected. You see the angel wings, and it's almost as if you've gone through this soul's journey. You've gone through this energy in order to learn these soul lessons around maybe victim mentality, maybe around self-worth, around vulnerability, around entrapment, around abandonment. Okay, 8 of Swords. So abandonment, attachment style, is that an attachment style? So I do see here you being able to shift the perspective, shift the trajectory here, and that's why your outcome energy is right path. I mean, this is heavy, of course. Now, minor end of things, this is about maybe, again, not wanting to leave the house, a little bit of a homebody, and it affecting your maybe mental health because you want to just get out there a little bit. Extreme end here, it could be some of you have gone through some major abuse in some way, shape, or form, and you're getting back on the right track. All right, Cancer, that was pretty intense. Let's take a look at wealth. All right, let's dive into wealth for the month of March. What do we have for wealth? There's some sort of financial relief coming in here. Financial aid, maybe even a refund here. You're supported financially, even though that could be a struggle at times because of a loss of health, right? Or a loss of a job even. I do see you've gone through a rough patch, but there's relief coming in for you in the month of March. Some of you may have even been in hospice. Some of you are healers. A lot of you Cancerians out there are healers. This is all about you reinventing yourself. Yeah, this is why you've gone through some of those challenges health-wise, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, or whatever type of health. I feel like you've gone through all of it in order to reinvent yourself. It's like an old part of you had to shed that skin, just like a snake. Yes, you've had to maybe borrow money. You felt low on cash. Some of you, you were out of work. But I do see here with the Rose being your first card out, this is about you being content because there's some sort of financial aid or relief coming in here for you. You're supported, Cancer, and that's important for you at this time. You're supported financially. I also see if some of you may have been waiting on an inheritance, maybe due to a loved one crossing over, or you may be looking into your own planning when it comes to end of life. Okay, maybe that's something that has scared you. I also get some abrupt, now this is, I believe that if you're watching these channels, you're open-minded, but I believe that some of you, there was an abrupt death or an ending in a past life. Okay, I mean, maybe it was this life, but I'm getting past life here for you. And you may have a life theme around letting go or around acceptance, something around acceptance. You have great things coming in for you, Cancer. There's money coming in here. There's wealth coming in when it comes to many different areas of your life because your health is improving. You're getting back on track. Oh, wow. Look at this. You have the Magician, the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, and the Eight of Wands. Some of you could even be traveling, but you have this Coins card showing up. Some of you are caregivers. You're in a supportive role, maybe a nurse, maybe a massage therapist, a coach, a mentor, a healer. But with the Coins card, this is about money coming in. You could even work in sales or finance, or you're just shifting the way that you make money or the way that you view the energy exchange around money. Some of you are getting a promotion, getting a job if you didn't have one. This is hitting, it feels like a lucky break, but I don't feel like it's necessarily luck. The reason why, I mean, we create our own luck. And yes, there's destiny and fortuitous events, but I see that the reason why this seems so lucky is because some of you haven't felt on the, you felt like you got the short end of the stick in a situation. And when this rolls around for you, it's almost as if you don't believe in it, right? And that's why you have the Magician saying, believe. It's right here for you, Cancer. Your dreams are manifesting. You can have wealth. And maybe that's part of that past life. Some of you may benefit from looking at your South Node. Okay, you may benefit from learning more about your past life from your South Node. But I also get when it comes to wealth, career, finances, money, wherever your wealth lies for you, the Magician is saying here, take action, right? You have natural skills, you have talents, you have all the tools that you need to be that archetype, right? Or excuse me, that alchemist. Well, and yeah, you have an archetype, but I am getting here the power of magic. Like there's a new energy of miracles and magic. And it's almost as if, you can see the hat here, and in a magic trick, they pull the rabbit out of the hat, or in this case, a goose, right? Or a swan. But I feel like something is happening here for you, and it feels as if by magic, it's very magical, but you've put in the work. You deserve this. And because you're being more flexible here, and health, wealth, and abundance, they all flow together. If you've ever noticed, if you are not feeling great in health, it affects your wealth, right? Mentally, physically, emotionally. If you're not feeling great in a relationship, that can flow into other areas of your life. Yes, sometimes you can be doing great in one area and not so awesome in another, but I see that there's always a ripple effect in some way, shape, or form. So you may see the parallels happening here. The more that you get flexible, the more you surround yourself with people that inspire you, Cancer, people that love you, people that want to support you, maybe even travelers, or communicate with others, communicate your needs. I see here an opening of doing what you love. There's a new beginning coming in here where you're going to feel way more inspired. This is a gift from the universe. Ace of Cups, the Lovers, making choices from the heart. And maybe that's been difficult because that does require vulnerability, right? Eight of Wands, there's going to be some sort of communication coming in after delays is what I see when it comes to wealth. So yeah, if there was some sort of delay or cutoff or an ending of finances, or maybe you had to invest in something, you're going to see a payout here, and I see that you're making good investments moving forward. So that's a great thing for you. All right, let's look at abundance. Now, abundance can be anything, right? It could be extra free time. It could be an abundance even in health or wealth. It can be travel. It could be a dream home. It could be self-development, whatever it may be for you. And it looks like detox is showing up in your abundance category. Okay, so this is good. You're eliminating toxicity here. You're allowing your inner child to maybe heal or come out and play. I mean, that's quite abundant. Yeah, any sort of tug of war that you've had, I definitely feel like it's being resolved, and you're going to feel a lot more abundant because you've been healing something that has been causing you a little bit of anxiety, Cancer. You've been healing some triggers. Remember attachment styles? There's something here, maybe even about the inner child or someone who's acted very immature. I feel like you are cutting yourself out of the equation if it's damaging your health. Okay, and if you're able to safely detach yourself, You're going to open up to new options here. And I see that with the 7 of Cups. You're going to open up to new options that are healthier, because there is something here with toxicity. Okay, let's dive into abundance. You are getting healthy. Look at that. Healthy body, healthy mind. Some of you are definitely releasing old energies, especially 8 and 9 of Swords, right? You're releasing some thoughts, some limiting beliefs that have maybe felt like they've kept you trapped, right? We're only as good as our beliefs. That's very important here. What you think about, you bring about, and the power of your thoughts are so crucial, because those thoughts do create your reality. So if you're thinking every day that you're unlovable, you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, and you just hole yourself in a situation, you're going to not see your outer world as positive or as healthy or as beneficial as you would like, right? So you're changing your viewpoint on things. And I feel like you're withdrawing from drama. This is eliminating things that no longer serve you, and that's going to bring you a lot more abundance. Some of you are abundantly eating new fruits, new vegetables, maybe even going on some sort of juice cleanse, maybe even a wellness plan. You may be working with a nutritional coach or a therapist here. I like this. You deserve this. I also see the orange is really highlighted. So some of you are working on intimacy or healing from some sacral chakra wounding that may have even happened as a child. Okay. That's sexuality. That can be intimacy. That can be pleasure. That can be the female reproductive organs as well. And for a male, it's also, you know, the energies of relationship with self and others, and sexuality and creativity and self-expression. And I feel like you are resolving conflict with yourself, with your inner child, with your own children. For some of you, if there's been a situation again that's caused you distress with the conflict, the abundance here is overcoming those obstacles. The abundance here is healthy and friendly competition, right? It's about constructive criticism, not criticism that is knocking you down a notch or 10, right? I'm also getting an energy here of underhanded comments. So it's almost as if someone gives you a comment or a compliment, but then they kind of wash it out or end it out with something snarky. Okay, I think there's a specific name for that. And maybe it's like underhanded comment, but I feel like it's not authentic, or it's, you know, that they're not being very kind about something. And I feel like they're going about it in more of a passive aggressive way. But the abundance here is finding solutions. And maybe the solution is surrounding yourself with people who do lift you up, not who give you those underhanded compliments. And inner child showing up. This is fun. This is abundant. Some of you, it's a birthday party, celebration. Maybe it's a child's birthday, or you could be celebrating a childhood dream. This is about having fun. Maybe even going to a water park or a Disney cruise, or, you know, SeaWorld, something of that nature. This could be laughter, enthusiasm, innocence, happiness, fun, joy. And look at that final word. We have magic. There's that magician energy, abundance showing up in the form of magic, right? We lose that at times. We lose that as we grow into societal conditioning and norms, and, you know, we grow up, so to speak, right? And I feel like you don't want to lose the magic and wonder. I'm hearing the name Anna or Anna. Yeah, it's important to have fun. It's important to play. And I feel like that is going to be an abundant energy for you this month. Now, when it comes to abundance, Page of Wands, another child energy. So some of you, you may even hear news possibly of communication with a child, or child is finally opening up to some options here, or getting the help that they need. Maybe someone's pregnant. I feel like you are going to receive maybe some new options, especially if you're doing some digging, doing some research. The Page of Wands, he is an inquisitive little creature there. Page of Wands is curious. He's a student. He has that childlike enthusiasm to research and go after what he wants. But there is a passion behind it, right? And I feel like you're jumping headfirst into an opportunity for growth, and you're narrowing down some options when it comes to your abundance here. Wow, King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. This is big, big abundance, and you deserve this. And maybe that's why it's hard for you to believe, because you've been in an energy maybe of lack or of unworthiness, or, wow, I have to get vulnerable. Wow, if I get vulnerable again, I could lose it all again. But the King of Cups is saying you've matured in ways that maybe you don't even understand entirely until you start to open up to these new things again. And you're thinking, wow, I've healed some of these triggers. I have released myself, or I don't even think of that person anymore. Ten of Pentacles, this is family. This is legacy. This is wealth. This is abundance. And you have that Wheel of Fortune here for you as well, Cancer. So this is really beautiful energy of some sort of turning point happening in your life. This is a big turning point, one that's going to affect you. Remember what we talked about, inheritance possibly? Or researching or learning more about your family history or your ancestors. I also see here someone coming home or a reunion. This could be people getting together. Maybe it's a celebration of life, but I feel that it's going to be celebrated. So to me, I feel if someone's crossed over here for you, they could have lived to be, very ripe, right? They lived a good life, or they lived a longer life here. I mean, longer doesn't necessarily mean good, but they must have been doing some things right, because they had longevity. And I feel like that's the case here with you. There is a new beginning here opening up, maybe with career, because we did see the Ace of Cups there. There is a new beginning opening up that is going to bring you into retirement, or it's going to be long lasting. It could be family, again, commitment, marriage. Wheel of Fortune is big. Okay, Sagittarius, Pisces season. I mean, we're in Pisces season for the majority of March. So you may see this happening here for you this month. And there could be even a revisit of the energy around Sagittarius season. So by the end of the year, you're going to really feel some positivity here. I mean, a lot of it, you're going to feel it now as well, but I see that a lot more, there's more where that came from, is what I hear. So I hope that resonates for you, Cancer. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell if you haven't already. Again, please do see the disclaimer and seek professional help if need be. And I'm sending you lots of love.